Good morning. So today is another lovely day that God chose to let me rise and shine. Getting ready for work, trying to get myself back on somewhat of a better sleep schedule and normalizing things. It was a rough weekend, should I say. It was a rough weekend. I'm not gonna sit here and even lie to anybody. I don't know, right around this time, I usually hit what I would like to call a spot of seasonal depression. And I chose to change my word and my verbiage. I did. I chose to change my word and my verbiage. And instead of saying seasonal depression, I'm going to say a spot of depression. Because sometimes, you know, we have to put into the atmosphere the things that, you know, sometimes aren't there, because we will manifest them to be there. And so I don't want to say that I'm going through a season of depression, because the season could be a very long time, baby. And if I am in a season where I have to be depressed, then I am willing to accept that, for lack of a better word. So I am doing my best to just push through, and I'll get into more of that later, but nobody wants to see my face looking like this. So I'll be back when I'm a little bit more, you know, okay. All right, so this is the outfit of the day that nobody asked for. I got to get back in the gym, y'all, because this, baby, I need to take this off. I did not wrap my hair properly, so we're going to hope. Okay, we're going to hope for the best. Okay, bonnet off. Bonnet off. Stop playing with me. But it's giving wide. It's giving wide, and we don't like that. So we're going to have to fix that. But this is the OOTG of the day. You know. So we are headed to the good old workhouse. I am going to do my best. I try to set intentional goals for myself each week. And I definitely encourage anybody who is following, looking at this, to just set small goals for yourself and be intentional. This year, one of the things I wanted to work on was being more productive, or creating more productivity in my life. And I find that for myself. There's a group of friends whom I absolutely love. We call ourselves the Golden Girls. And I'm pretty sure there's other friend groups that call themselves the Golden Girls, because we've been friends throughout every phase of life, from diapers to teens to 20s to 30s, things of that nature. And so what we do as a friend group is we try to set intentional goals, and we don't make big goals. Of course, there's an overarching theme, but we try to really kind of focus on making small goals that are obtainable, and then we do our best. So I want to create more productivity in my life, and for me, that has helped me through my grief journey, setting small goals for myself. So for example, if I'm candidly speaking, not even yesterday, mid-weekend, like Friday evening, I just felt like grief hit me, depression, all of those things. And so I was on the phone with my friend. We were on the phone for probably over an hour, and we set some small goals for ourselves. And two of mine, which probably to some people was like, well, you know, that's not major, was to go outside and walk. And my goal for Sunday was to get up and take a shower. And I know for some people, like, well, those are small goals. That doesn't mean anything. But sometimes when you are at the beginning stages of feeling the depression sit in, sometimes, yes, I do believe that you have to allow yourself to feel it, go through it, but you also have to do things to buffer it, if that makes sense. We can't help what we feel, because when you are grieving, you can't help the emotions that come to you. I like to say that you have to ride the wave of grief and whatever it presents you. And so in that moment, grief was presenting me with just wanting to lay around, not wanting to be super productive, just melancholy, just girl sitting in mess, smelling like mess, like just didn't want to do anything. And so you'll be very surprised when you find out that sometimes just getting up and going for a walk to get fresh air, to change your scenery. Because for me, I have wanted to just go home, and which I was doing, go home and just lay in the bed, get in the bed, scrolling my phone, not doing anything productive. I made myself go for a nice lengthy walk with my little puppy dog Raven. And I, for that moment, because these things don't just fix everything, but in that moment on Saturday, it gave me a sense of relief. I was able to, shower when I got done and just kind of relax and go to sleep. Sunday rolls around, baby, that thing hit me again like a ton of bricks. And in that moment, I owned it. I was like, hey, you're about to go through a grieving season. You're about to go through a little season of depression. And I said, well, let me change my words. I was telling my friends, I'm going to change my words. I'm not going to say a season of depression, but I can feel that this spot, and I put on your British accent, that this spot of depression is coming. And I'm going to be prepared for it. And so a part of depression looks different for everybody. Anxiety looks different for everybody. There's an overarching theme of feelings that you may feel, but it looks differently in how people, work through it. And so for me, I have found out that I am a I'm a high functioning depressed person. Like, I'm going to go to work because that's, the check has to be secure. Okay. I'm going to go to work. I'm going to attend events. I'm going to make sure my kids are good. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do all those things. I'm going to smile. I'm going to still be kind to people. I'm going to do essentially all the things that I was taught as a child to do, and things that I know, have to happen, right? My kids have to eat, but I'll sulk, or I don't want to be around anybody. I started regressing last week. I'm usually a very high energy, copacetic kind of chick. But last week, I just kind of felt the uneasiness. I just wanted to be in my room by myself. I didn't want to congregate. I didn't want to fraternize with anybody at work. I just was being very recluse. And sometimes it's a good thing, and sometimes it's a bad thing. Sometimes you do need time by yourself to pan out those emotions. But in other instances, you need to kind of break yourself out of that, or get away from that in that moment, because sometimes grief can be very overpowering. Depression can be very overpowering, and I know where I'm at in life, and I'm willing to accept it. But on the other side of that, I'm also willing to work through it. I've done so much work within myself that I can work through it. So, takeaway points: make small goals for yourself. Find a way to make a small goal for yourself. My small goals for today is to actually work out. That's my small goal, and to drink water. Well, what does that mean for you? Well, working out releases all good things within your body, good hormones, and maybe that's what I need. I have not been in a workout routine in a while, so reestablishing my workout routine. And number 2 is drinking water. Sometimes, we don't eat the best foods, and sometimes you need a good little flush, and water helps flush out toxins and other things, as well as coffee, as I sip. So, all of those things, to me, will help me through this season / spot that I feel that myself is embarking on. And I'll come back later and talk about what triggered me, possibly, or what I think triggered me into this spot. But I will talk with you guys later so that I can pay attention through this professional development that we have to have, that I feel like I don't need. But I'll be back to talk to y'all later. Bye! Hey. So it has been a very busy, let me say it again for the people in the back, busy day. I have been in some kind of professional development since 8:30. Yes, since 8:30. A lot of it, of course, was stuff that I already know, because this is the first year that I am not leading a professional development, which I think is a blessing in itself, because sometimes even your heavy hitters need breaks. So although I'm used to leading, it is also good to learn how to follow. Some of the information in the climate and culture one was really good, and most people should know climate culture, but climate culture is definitely a huge, I guess, benefactor in education. So if you cannot tell, I am pin curling my hair back because I really and truly don't want to, if I'm being honest. I do not feel like going to the gym, but as I said before, sometimes you just need to get back into your routine and do something different, because fighting, this wave of depression and grief, I need to not just go home and just sit around. I need to actually go and be productive. Look at my little earrings, little turtles. I'm such a sciencey teacher. Look at that. Looking crazy. Looking crazy. I'm about to throw on a baseball cap and call it a day. But we're gonna head to this good gym. And then I am going to also knock out some more things on my list of productivity. Not that anybody asked for it, but I need to finish setting up my Google Classrooms. I need to finalize some things for teaching this dual enrollment biology class. Why is the air on blast like that? This car has a mind of its own sometimes. I hit the button 3 times. It went full blast, and now it's on real low. Like, make up your mind what you want to do, baby. So yeah, I'm going to finish. Oh, yeah. Bloopers. Well, it ain't that I did not feel like looking for my denim jacket, and I just threw on this blazer that I normally would wear with like jeans and a cute shirt and heels, or like this blazer with like a skirt or a dress. But I threw it on with this little mixed print outfit that I got on, and I done got so many compliments like, you really look nice today. And it's like, on the weirdest days and the weirdest times, people want to compliment you. Anyway, but I'm going to head to this gym, although deep down in my heart, baby, I do not want to do nothing but go home and get in bed. That's all I want to do. But we're gonna make it happen. So this is the point in the day where I dedicate time to myself. Kids are away in bed, hopefully. Husband's doing what he's doing. And this is the time I get to unwind to myself. And as y'all can see, that tea was hot. I do this thing where I alternate between hot, fresh tea and coffee to kind of balance out everything. But hopefully you enjoyed watching this video and you were able to learn something that helps you in your grief journey. For me specifically, I know how to be productive on days that are productive is a benefit to me. But I also recognize moments where